Production in action.
It's Photoshop. AdmiralBulldog. Yeah, it's getting kind of annoying to hear Bulldog whine about everything sometimes. He complains that Dota's a dying game. Have I complained about Dota's dying? I don't really care if Dota's dying. But okay. And the community steps up in order to introduce new players to the game, and about it. You can actually hear the bitterness in his voice that he wasn't a part of the initiative. This is about the tutorial, isn't it? This just reeks of a person who was involved in it, upset that someone didn't like it, and then he puts shit in my mouth. I don't complain about Dota dying, I don't really care. Hear my bitterness in his voice because I wasn't part of the initiative? The reason I disliked it was because I wasn't invited. It made me very bitter. Yes, that was why. He was asked, he just declined the offer copy. True. His persona has become more cynic and negative and mauling compared to like 3 years ago when he was only trolling, teasing, and generally have a more joyful vibe. I don't think he was meant to be bitter though. People always change, and this is how he feels comfortable currently and how he runs Twitch. True. To be honest, he sounds a bit toxic. Voice has to be joking about these topics as a whole, and saying he actually hears the bit in his voice is very dramatic and anecdotal. I disagree with this statement. Very cool. Okay, let me review it again, so this guy doesn't cry. The tutorial had a lot of good things in it. The basics were good in the tutorial, although they did skip flasking and regioning in lane. Like, yeah, they showed how to eat a tree, but it should be more about the laning and flask. They should have taught TP and stuff like that. But overall, it was good in that sense, sure. But the problem, as I said, was they shoved in too much information. It was too long, and people are not going to keep this information. Again, I'm not an expert about tutorials, and I'm also not sure who this was made for, but if you're talking about some guy who plays Sims casually, like now he watches anime and he's going to play this tutorial, he's not going to play this tutorial 40 minutes. He's going to be like, fuck this. That's just the truth of it. If someone's playing games 6 hours every day and they play some League of Legends, they play a lot of Call of Duty, they play, sure, maybe they'll get it, but they'll get bored after 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Tutorial is meant to be get to the point, teach the basics so that people can get going. Because the best way to teach someone is by them doing things, by just playing the fucking game.
XD.
Teaching players about mega creeps, a new player about mega creeps, how is that good information? Teaching them how to stack. As I've said, ancient players don't even stack. So many mechanics they were teaching that are so irrelevant for new players. So they could have cut that all out, made it way shorter, get to the good stuff, make it 10 minutes, and then people playing it could start playing and they would not get bored. And that's just my opinion, so I think they did it wrong. And as I mentioned at the end of where they showed off all the people involved, they could have just had like circles where they could teach more advanced mechanics. Where the player could choose, like, hey, I just played a 10-minute tutorial, but I want to learn more. I'm going to go into the circle here that's Roshan. It will teach me about Roshan. Or this the circle here will teach me about runes, and this about stacking. So you could do that freely. So when you start the game custom, you could just instantly get. You could have gone. You could choose to skip the basic tutorial and get to the end where you could choose advanced mechanics. That's how I would have done it. Now if you look. If you look at how Valve did it, let's see here, we can learn here. Valve did it exactly the way I thought about it. They make the basic tutorial, 5 to 10 minutes, basic tutorial, and then you can start playing the game. But, if you want to learn more and you play a game you're confused, you can just click these and learn about them. The problem with the tutorial, this tutorial, here, let me show you. This is the community one. They took all these things, not everything, but they took most of it into the tutorial, to the main tutorial, and that makes no sense to me. So while I like the effort of the tutorial and the community coming together and doing their thing, I think they did it wrong. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry if that upsets you very greatly. I am very bitter. Though, very bitter. You're alright though. I did not like it because I was not involved in it. You got me. So here's a new player. He's like, oh, I want to learn the basics. He plays the basics. Okay, I'm going to play against boss now. You know, I was confused by this Roche thing. So what was that? Oh, I can actually learn about it. I click it. I learn about Roche now. Very cool. Actually, it was fun. I want to learn about invisibility because there was this guy running invisible. I'm going to click this part now and learn about that. That's how you make a tutorial. When it's an advanced, complicated game like Dota. And again, like, think about this. New players learning about stacking. I mean, you can't defend that. That is just not supposed to be in there. Why would you teach new players about stacking? At least you can skip it, but still, it should not be in there, you fucks. So that's why. That's what I think. But no, I did not hate all of it. There you go. I addressed it properly. I addressed it properly.
Giling-giling, giling-giling, giling yung naman tunaw ang taba.